So if you want to make pop-off, this is a 1 pint rubber all-purpose flour. So you had 4 teaspoons of yeast. Make sure you mix it properly. I was going to make puff-puff for about let's say we're going to get about 90 to 100 puff. So we had sugar. I love using this golden penny or this packaged sugar because they usually taste sweet. So I used 1 kg, the biggest size, because if you love your puff to be very sweet, it's good to use that kind of sugar. So I also added milk, evaporated milk. Yes, rich and tasty puff, not just regular puff. It gives your puff a very nice taste. Then I also added eggs. You need about 4 eggs. Make sure you break the eggs and whisk very well. Then you add the eggs to your flour mixture. The truth is, the best way to mix all these things is to use your hand. It's part of the sweetness. So make sure your hand is properly washed though, because I washed my hands thoroughly before I did this. So you mix it very well, let it all enter into the flour, the milk, the egg, mix properly. And then I added water, just normal water, and then I continued mixing. Make sure you mix properly, very well, mix very well until you form it's not a dough. We're not looking for a dough, we're actually looking for a paste. So mix okay, the water was not enough, so I added more water and mixed thoroughly. I had to use my hand. So that's it. Your hand is the best, trust me, so you can feel the puff. Feel the puff. At this point I had mixed well, and then after that I covered it so that it will swell for about 45 minutes. Yes, it started swelling up for 45 minutes. Now it's time to fry. So I used about 1.5 liters of oil to fry this puff. About 1.5 liters of oil to fry the puff. And then I also added onions. Yes, there's a way onions, you don't need to chop it inside, just take 1 whole onions and add it, so it gives its flavor. There's a way it releases a very nice flavor inside your puff till you are done. So now it's time to fry. So I took this one. I see it has risen very well. So it's like half of this bucket. Now the bucket was full. Now the best way is to put oil in your hand so that you can easily pick the puff. If you don't put oil, well, except you're a pro, but for me, I put oil. Makes it very easy for me to pick the puff and form that dough. Actually twist it in between my finger. The truth is, even if you don't twist it in between your finger, if there's oil in your hand, you'll be able to pick the puff and just drop it through your fingers. There's really nothing special in forming puff dough. I'll be puff shape. It's very, very easy. So just I did it in between my finger, thumb, and my fingers, but you can just use your normal fingers if you are picking akara, sincerely. So this was my puff. So just giving me all the vibes, as in this puff was really ministering. So here I am, just watch as I continued making the puff dough or the puff shape. So just watch. I loved watching it. It was really nice. You see, as you are doing it, actually the best thing is for somebody to be with you that'll help you to be turning these brown ones, but I didn't have anybody with me, so I just had to do one at a time. But it didn't burn though, so I just had to be like very, very fast so that it will not burn. So I was done. And one thing with puff, do not let it be too much, because it will still swell because of the yeast that is inside. It will still swell, so, and it needs space to swell. I love using these iron pots because it kind of preserves it and it does not allow your oil to waste. So I really love this deep iron pot for puff puff. It's just my preference. So you can use your frying pan, you can use other stuff as in. Can you feel this puff puff? So once it's light brown like this, it is ready to be served. Take it, put it into a sieve, and then I put it in my cooler and took it to church. I was actually taking it to church. Bye.